How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be this was actually recommended to me from Jien Takahashi of Majustice, the band Majustice, and this artist is Anju Tachibana. Forgive me if I mispronounce that. And the name of the song's a little weird for us English speakers out there. It's called "You Against to the Destiny." I'm not quite sure what to make of that there, but I don't know if the two should be there. Maybe "You Against the Destiny" would be more fitting, but it's called "You Against to the Destiny" by Anju Tachibana, and it's featuring Jien Takahashi of Majustice. Let's give this a listen, shall we? Rangers, go. right, folks. So three things right off the bat. There's three main things that I have to say first and foremost. Number one, leave it to Jin Takahashi to really bring a neoclassical power metal vibe to a song. I mean, the guitar work was awesome. You know, every time the guitar was just really going wild, it was just I was digging it. You know, especially like kind of in the bridge, and then there was a keyboard kind of going in there, and I just love that neoclassical vibe. And Jin Takahashi is just a really great guitarist as far as that goes. So he really brought his style of neoclassical power metal to this song. That's number one. Number two, the vocals, I feel like a lot of times the vocals, I think they needed a boost in the mix. You know, a boost a little bit just to be able to hear them a little bit more clear. When she really kind of wailed, it sounded great. I could hear her, she rose above the music, and it was awesome. But I would have liked the rest of the vocals to have been kind of at that level because for the most part, I don't know, it was hard to really kind of hear the vocals above the music, and I would have liked to have that distinction to have been a little bit more clear because I was struggling for a lot of times to really kind of distinguish the vocals from the music because the two kind of just blended together, and I just had a difficult time. So I think the mix, for the most part, the mix was really solid. You know, the production was good, but the vocals needed to be boosted just a smidge, just a smidge. I think that would have improved the song quite a bit. That's two. Now, number three, I'm not the best person to, I guess, judge a song like this because when the guitar was just going, when it was just musical, it sounded quite power metal and all of this. But as soon as the vocals started, you know, the keyboard kind of kicked in the vocal melody and style, there was a little bit of that pop influence in there. And it really made me kind of think of anime. It really, especially when the vocals were going, predominantly when the vocals were going, it really kind of took a shift from somewhat of like a power metal to more of a, I mean, it was still power metal, but there was a lot of pop in there, and I really got those anime kind of theme song vibes. And to be honest with you folks, I'm not the biggest fan of that style. So again, it is difficult for me to critique this because I'm not well versed in that style, and it's not exactly something that's my favorite. So I'm not really comfortable with my knowledge, you know, to really critique it. But what I will say is it sounds like a lot of those famous kind of Japanese anime theme songs that I've heard of main shows. So I guess that tells you something, you know, with my limited knowledge. It sounds like something I would hear from that's beloved of a main Japanese anime kind of theme song. So I I don't know. I think this is the type of song that anime show could really pick up and promote and utilize, whether it's as the theme song or like in the credits or it to me personally, with my limited knowledge of that, it feels right at home. Like I would not bat an eye if I heard this in a major Japanese anime show in the credits or as a theme song. I'd be like, yeah, this sounds about right. So whether that speaks to the song or not, I don't know. Y'all tell me if you're much more well versed in that. So I find myself in a difficult position to critique it because it is so heavily influenced by that style. However, again, I will say the guitar work, just phenomenal. That neoclassical vibe, I loved it every time. It was just instrumental. I was digging it, enjoying it, and her voice sounded fine to me. Again, though, for that style that I don't really listen to, but it just, again, to me, it could be used in the latest and greatest Japanese anime show theme song, because it just really has that vibe, and she's got the voice for it. And when she really kind of wails, it's strong, it sounds good, and even again, I would have liked the mix to have been a little bit better to hear her voice just a little bit more clear during the verses and the majority of the chorus. But that's my personal take on it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. It's a very solid song for what it is. Not really something that's in my wheelhouse, but again, in my ignorance, I think it's a perfect song for a new anime or something. Somebody should pick this up because it sounds just like that kind of sort of thing that those shows really like to showcase as far as theme songs or in the credits or whatever it goes. So I dig it. I think her voice is solid for that style, that kind of power symphonic pop Japanese anime style. It fits very well, and the guitar work was wonderful, especially the neoclassical vibes. I enjoyed the keyboard, and it's just a solid song in general. Not really the kind of thing that I just listen to, but I can appreciate it for what it is, in all honesty. So that's my thoughts on this. Those of you who may be more well versed in this style, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And those of you like me who aren't quite as well versed, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would like to hear it because this is something that's kind of different from what I normally showcase. Even though it's power metal influenced, there's a lot of other styles at work here that are just a bit outside my wheelhouse, but still, for me, I can say, it's a solid song for what it is. And yeah, that's really what I got to say. So let me know all of your thoughts. I would really love to hear them. And thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time, Ranger.